Britain turns to India. This class, chapter 3 in history. Next topic, Britain turns to India. In previous class, we have seen the plantation of indigo, Indian indigo. Now, Britain very interested and they are turns to India. This topic. Faced with the rising demand for indigo in Europe, the company in India looked for ways to expand the area under the indigo cultivation. From the last decades on the 18th century, indigo cultivation in Bengal expanded rapidly and Bengal indigo came to dominate the world market. Last decades of the 18th century, indigo cultivation in Bengal expanded rapidly and Bengal indigo came to dominate the world market. In 1788, only about 30% of the indigo imported into Britain was from India. Now more capture, Bengal has very much expanded the indigo plantation and only 30% came from the Britain. By 1810, the proportion had gone up to the 95%. As the indigo trade grew, commercial agents and officials of the company began investing in indigo production. Over the years, many company officials left their jobs to look after their indigo business. Attracted by the prospect of high profits, numerous Scotsmen and Englishmen came to India and became planters. Those who had no money to produce indigo could get loans from the company and the banks that were coming up at the time. Now here is a given one figure number 7, the slave revolt in Saint Domingue, August 1791, painting by January Scoltist. In the 18th century, French planters produced indigo and sugar in the French colony of Saint Domingue in the Caribbean islands. The African slaves who worked on the plantations rose in rebellion in 1791, burning the plantations and killing their rich planters. In 1792, France abolished slavery in the French colonies. These events led to the collapse of the indigo plantations on the Caribbean islands. Now, how was indigo cultivated? Indigo कैसे cultivation होता था? There were two main systems of indigo cultivation. First one is niche, N-I-G, niche, and second is Ryoti, R-Y-O-T. So, cultivation of indigo required two systems, niche and Ryoti. Within the system of niche cultivation, so under the system of niche cultivation, the planter produced indigo in lands that he directly controlled, and he either bought the land or rented it from other zamindars and produce indigo by directly employing hired laborers. The problem with niche cultivation, under the niche cultivation, those who are planter of indigo, what they do? They directly produce indigo in lands and then he directly control. Planter produce the indigo in lands directly and directly control over, full control they have. He either bought the land or rented it from other zamindar and produce indigo by directly employing hired laborers. Now, under the niche cultivation, what are the problems? The planters found it difficult to expand the area under niche cultivation. Indigo could be cultivated only on fertile lands. One thing, एक बात होती थी कि इंडिगो जो प्लांट होता था उसको कल्टीवेट करने के लिए लैंड फर्टाइल होनी चाहिए, और जो भी प्लांटर्स को एक डिफिकल्टी होती थी कि वो एरिया को एक्सपांड नहीं कर सकते थे अंडर द निच कल्टीवेशन, एंड दीज वर ऑलरेडी densely populated. Only small plots scattered over the landscape would be required. Planters needed large areas in compact blocks to cultivate the indigo in plantations. Where could they get such land from? Large number of land they want for indigo plantation. Where this come? They attempted to lease in the land around the indigo factory and evict the peasants from the area, but these always led to conflicts and tension. Now those who are planters of indigo directly and control directly the area, they want a large area, but for that they attempted to lease in the land around the indigo factory and evict the peasants from the area. Now this led to the conflicts and tension among the planters and the peasants. Nor was labor easy to mobilize. A large plantation required a vast number of hands to operate, and labor was needed precisely at a time when peasants were usually busy with their rice cultivation. Here is the one new word, slave. Slave, a person who is owned by someone else, the slave owner. The slave has no freedom and is compelled to work for the master. Under the niche cultivation, on a large scale, also required many plows and bullocks. 1 बीघा ऑफ इंडिगो, बीघा जो हम कहते हैं 1 बीघा जमीन, बीघा का मतलब है a unit of measurement of land. Before British rule, the size of the area varied. In Bengal, the British standardized it to about 1/3 of an acre. 1 बीघा मतलब के 1/3 of an acre, 1 एकड़ का तीसरा भाग. And of indigo cultivation required 2 plows. This meant that a planter with 1000 bighas would need 2000 plows. Investing on 1000 bighas would need 2000 plows. Investing on purchase and maintenance of plows was a big problem. Nor could supplies be easily got from the peasants, since their plows and bullocks were busy on their rice fields. Again, exactly at the time that the indigo planters needed them. Till the late 19th century, planters were therefore reluctant to expand the area under niche cultivation. Less than 25% of the land producing indigo was under this system. The rest was under an alternative mode of cultivation, the rayati system. Now we see the second system, rayati, indigo on the land of rayats. Under the rayati system, RYOTI, the planters force the rayats to sign a contract. Rayat, those who are planters. Planters force the rayats. Planters, those who produced the indigo plant, they force the rayat, मतलब slaves, workers, to sign a contract. एक contract sign करना, an agreement. 8 times they persuaded the village headmen to sign the contract. On behalf of the rayats, those who signed the contract got cash advances from the planters at low rate of interest to produce indigo. But the loan committed the rayat to cultivating indigo on at least 25% of the area under his holding. The planter provided the seed and the planter provided indigo plant under the rayati system. All the things were done by rayat, but these came from planter. Planter जो होते थे वो रैयत को सीड प्रोवाइड करते थे. द ड्रिल while the cultivators prepared the soil, sowed the seed and looked after the crop. Here is the figure. It shows the workers harvesting indigo in early 19th century. Bengal. From close were the giant rural life in Bengal 1860. In India, the indigo plant was cut mostly by men. Figure 9 shows the indigo plant being brought from the fields to the factory. Now harvesting of indigo plant is done by mostly men, and these after cutting they all the being brought from the fields to the factory. How was the indigo produced? Here the figure 10, 11, 12 and 13 shows the production of indigo. We see one by one figure. Here is a figure 10, an indigo factory located near Indigo Fields, painting by William Simpson. The indigo villagers were usually around indigo factories owned by planters. After harvesting, the indigo plant was taken to the vats in the indigo factory. 3 or 4 vats were needed to manufacture the dye. Vat means a fermenting or storage vessel. The 3 or 4 vats were needed to manufacture the dye. Each vat had a separate function. The leaves tripled of the indigo plant were first soaked in warm water in a vat known as the fermenting or steeper vat for several hours. When the plants fermented, the liquid began to boil and bubble. Now the rotten leaves were taken out and the liquid drained into another vat that was placed just before the first vat. In short, this figure shows the production of indigo. In the second vat, known as the bitter vat, the solution was continuously stirred and beaten with paddles. When the liquid gradually turned green and the blue lime water was added to the vat, gradually the indigo separated out in flakes. A muddy sediment settled at the bottom of the vat and a clear liquid rose to the surface. The liquid was drained off and the sediment to the surface. The liquid was drained off and the sediment to the indigo pulp transferred to the another vat known as the setting vat and then pressed and dried for sale. Figure 11, women usually carried the indigo plant to the vats. Figure 12, the vat beater. The indigo worker here is standing with the paddle that was used to stir the solution in the vat, and these workers had to remain in waist deep water for over 8 hours to beat the indigo solution. And last figure 13 shows the indigo is ready for sale. Now when the crop was delivered to the planter after the harvest, a new loan was given to the ryer and the cycle started all over again. Peasants who were initially tempted by the loans soon realized how harsh the system was. The price they got for the indigo they produced was very low and the cycle of loans never ended. There were other problems too. The planters usually insisted that indigo be cultivated on the best soils, in which peasants preferred to cultivate rice. Indigo, moreover, had deep roots and it adjusted the soil rapidly. After an indigo harvest, the land could not be sown with rice. Thank you very much. We see in the next class the blue revelation and after.